Welcome back. Okay, spring break season is here. So if you're looking for a staycation or maybe you have family coming to visit, we are highlighting some of San Diego's best hidden gems. Joining us now is Darlene and Mark Menken. They own not one but two San Diego tour groups, Where You Want to Be and Out of the Ordinary. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And full transparency, Darlene used to work here, so I was going to hand you this if you want to go back to your glory days there.
No. You're the pro now.
No.
I'm just a viewer.
But you know all about TV and you know what the viewers are looking for. Thank you guys for being here. What a cool way to transition into this second career for you and do this together. So tell us about the companies and what you do.
Yeah, it's great. So, I can't take any credit because honestly, this tour idea was all Mark's idea. Because I had my dream job. I was in TV news. And so I'm just along for the ride. But yeah, so what happened is when we moved here many, many years ago, Mark would always take people on these hidden treasures tours. And then people would always say, wow, he really comes alive when he becomes a tour guide. He should be a volunteer tour guide. And it kind of went in one ear and out the other. And then finally, many years later, he said to me, I think I want to try that. I want to see if we can make it as a business. And at the time, I actually was in TV news. And I had my dream job. So I was like, okay, go for it. I'll support you however. But that's really how it all started.
Yes, but being in the field too, you kind of see all these different spots in town and you see the hidden areas. So, okay, why two different companies? That's my first I was a little puzzled by that. So
sure.
What's the difference?
Yeah. Thank you for asking that. So Where You Want to Be Tours is our company that we started in 2003. And that company is all about exploring hidden treasures, secret San Diego spots. So it's more of an experience. So it could be anything like fitness hikes, bike rides to secret spots, really cool interactive like bus tours where where you're not just stuck on a bus, but you're going to all these hidden treasures. Whereas Out of the Ordinary is all about corporate team building activities. So very high energy competition like Amazing Race, culinary activities. You've got Survivor, Navy SEALs Team Challenge. And so that's what separates the two. But it's all about fun,
wow,
right?
like spending the night in the forest and all that, Mark? Are you going to put people out there?
I don't think we go to that extreme. I think we look at corporate groups as mostly who we're doing it for. So something like a Team Olympics or Survivor is going to be what we call challenge by choice, where anybody can do it. And if you don't want to do it, you just opt out. And you're still involved.
Well, I mean, in some offices, I think they would vote the same person off the island, but not here, not here. It's all good. Okay, tell us about the top hidden gems, because there's so many places to go in San Diego. Mm-hmm. What are your recommendations?
Yeah.
Well, my favorite beach is Windansea Beach, and the area just south of Windansea is just a slice of paradise. So that's definitely one of them. Shelter Island and Point Loma often get overlooked. People come here. We did. We came here as visitors, never went to Shelter Island, never went to a concert at Humphreys, never went to the La Playa Trail, which we'll talk about. And then I think Coronado is there's parts of Coronado outside the Dell that are definitely hidden gems.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I like the Bankers Hill, Mission Hills area, because there's a lot of canyons that you can walk. And people, we talked about this, they always think San Diego, the beaches. But the truth is that there's a lot of really great neighborhoods that have these wonderful canyons, and Bankers Hill is one of them. And the Suspension Bridge is beautiful. That's actually the inspiration for Where You Want to Be Tours. That's where the company actually started.
Okay, the Suspension Bridge?
Yeah, it was, and it was Mark. He was taking people on a tour, and that's kind of how it all birthed, that whole idea. It was in that neighborhood.
That moment. That's a good moment. Also could be kind of scary, but pretty cool in San Diego. And I've only been here 6 months, so I was so excited to talk with both of you because I'd like to take my 10-year-old son places. There's some things that are adults only and some, you have to kind of plan for the weekend. But the kids get tired on big canyon trails and things like that. So to pick your brains about just good family-friendly hikes as well. We went to Annie's Canyon, but that's obvious here in San Diego.
Yeah.
So what about family friendly that wouldn't be so obvious? What are your recommendations for that?
Right. Well, go ahead.
People often think of San Diego as the beach, the bay, the swaying palm trees, but the canyons, and everybody kind of now knows about the Seven Bridges hike, but what about the canyons below two of those bridges? Those are amazing. The city maintains them. Right now, there's a super bloom going. You've got wildflowers that are taller than us. You've got blooming cactus. It's just amazing. And a lot of times you'll be hiking for an hour and not see one person.
Okay, so let me clarify. On these tours, are they self-guided and you give them the tools, or you both are there helping everyone?
We're there,
Okay.
actually, yeah. And that's kind of our thing, is that we pamper the guests. So we're always on the tours. Or, you know, it could be because the company's growing now, right? Maybe Mark is on one tour and I'm on a team building adventure.
I like that though, because it also adds an element of safety, especially when you're dealing with out-of-towners who enlist your services, because especially with the rattlesnakes out right now, you all know where they are and
Yes.
be looking where everybody else would be up here, and then there's an element of danger with children as well.
Right.
Yeah,
That is so funny that you bring that up though, because the rattlesnakes, they're real. And so you have to be, you do, you have to be aware of that. Especially when you go out, like if you're venturing out into like East County, you do have to know about that sort of stuff.
So people don't venture out in East County because, as you've been saying, it's the beach, beach, beach. We know about that stuff. So what are your recommendations for over East that isn't such a far drive, but maybe not as obvious?
Yeah, you know, we were talking about that on our drive over here, because we feel like we talk about the coast a lot. But you know, I'm from New Jersey, Mark's from Philadelphia. And when we moved back here in 1990, it was because of the beach. And so we do tend to, with our company, we tend to favor those areas, like the coastal beach areas.
I mean, that's what makes San Diego, San Diego,
Yeah, I know,
right?
but I know that there's so many wonderful inland places, but we're all about the beach.
You know what? But that's our city. So tell us more about the corporate survivor type exercises. How do you sign up? Do you reach out to the companies? Do they come to you? And how long do these excursions last when you're dealing with like a bigger group like that?
Yeah, sure. Well, we're blessed. We've been around for quite a while, so now it's to the point where the companies are always reaching out to us. So that's a good thing. And we service both local companies such as Qualcomm, Kaiser Permanente, but then, you know, obviously, you know that we're a destination. So a lot of corporate groups, conferences always come here, and so they get in touch with us. And they'll say, hey, we're going to be doing all these meetings, but we need team building. We need to come together. So what do you have? And there's a whole bunch of different programs they can pick from. Survivor, which we know is on your station, always gets, that is a popular one. That gets really requested.
There's such a level of fun with that. But when you're dealing with a whole corporate group, of course, you're going to have people from all different backgrounds, shapes, sizes, different ages. So if there are people in that group with maybe disabilities or something like that, do you listen to the needs beforehand and sort of cater to what that group needs?
We definitely do. Like the Urban Challenge scavenger hunt, you can do it in a lot of areas, and we've done it with people on mobility scooters because it's set up. It's downtown San Diego. Balboa Park are set up for that type of thing. So we've definitely done it. The scavenger hunt is a great team building thing because you might have people in sales and engineering or sales and customer service, and face it, they don't always talk to each other the way you'd want them to talk to you. But all of a sudden they're on a team and they're trying to find items. They're on an adventure. They're taking fun photos. We take a lot of fun photos to bring out the big kid. And a few days later, they've kind of been transformed.
It's a great bonding experience. Okay, last question. We're already out of time. I knew this was going to go so fast. After the decades of both of you doing this, real quick, can you tell us, are you finding still new spots here in San Diego to go to?
Yeah, when you're married to this guy, yes. So he's the more playful one, where he's always wanting to go out and explore, and I'm the one like, I have work to do. But yeah, and it's kind of because of our company, we always have to know what's going on. So whereas San Diego's big, there's a lot to explore.
That makes everything fun, and it keeps the relationship going, too. Darlene and Mark, thank you so much for joining us. We'll put all your information out there so people know where to find you. And thank you for watching. We will be back with more news and, of course, President Trump's national address on the war with Iran. That's coming up at 6.